quarterback Russell Wilson signs a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right. Russ is going to be cooking in Pittsburgh. And looking at what Russ has done over the last few years, right, it's just not fit in Denver under Coach Nathaniel Hackett and then under Sean Payton. Last year, however, Russ was quarterback 12 in fantasy points per game. The year before, quarterback 18. It didn't feel like it, though, with only 16 passing touchdowns and 277 rush yards and 60.5% completion. Russ at quarterback 18 was a massive disappointment, but at quarterback 12 last year was a good value. So considering that Russell Wilson now goes to a team with, at least for now, Deontay Johnson and George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth, and the two running backs, Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, as weapons, we can see Russell Wilson still staying in that quarterback 12 to quarterback 15 range. I don't think he's going to get back to that 2015, 2014, 2017, where he was the top 3, number 1 type of quarterback, but we could see him still just stay in that quarterback 12, quarterback 15 range with Deontay, with George Pickens, and with the other weapons in tow. So all in all, Russell Wilson getting paid $38 million to not play for the Denver Broncos. Instead, he's going to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you like the content and found it helpful, smash the subscribe button. This is a great acquisition for the Steelers. Low cost. It will be surprising if he can't beat out Kenny Pickett for this starting position. So Russ right now is a player that is going extremely late in your Underdog fantasy drafts. We're going to talk about some ADP value, and Russell Wilson offers that ADP value that we want to be just snatching up. A lot of quarterbacks are being drafted in the 130s, 140s, etc. We'll talk more about Kirk Cousins later on in the podcast, but we have to keep scrolling down. Russell Wilson is the quarterback 30. That's 30 in terms of ADP right now on Underdog Fantasy. An absolute value we're getting into it's such an easy pathway for Russell Wilson, who has never finished worse than quarterback 18 in any season. And right now he's being drafted at quarterback 30. So certainly a good value. But the difference between quarterback 18 and quarterback 25 really isn't going to move the needle. And so we do need Russell Wilson, who does have a pathway to outscore Trevor Lawrence at quarterback 15, Tua at quarterback 14. I think that is very much within the range of outcomes for Russell Wilson. I know it's outdoor. Russ does a lot better in the indoors, and he does a lot better in the semi-domes right in Seattle. But I think with the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is definitely going to be an improvement in the offense. Arthur Smith was able to resurrect the career of Ryan Tannehill, and he was offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. So we do like Arthur Smith as the offensive coordinator. We just didn't like him as the coach. Mike Tomlin is also willing to bring in Russell Wilson, and I think that this is going to be a much better pairing than Sean Payton was with Russ in Denver. So Russ is a buy in a lot of formats. I don't think he's a first-round pick in the Superflex drafts, like your 112s or anything like that. But I think a mid to early second could probably get it done for Russell Wilson, who is on the wrong side of the age apex, frankly. He's 35 right now, and he's seen better days. But Drew Brees, his player profiler comp is Drew Brees, and Brees played almost into his 40s. We could see Russell Wilson very much get into fantasy relevance and maintain there and stay there, given the weapons, given the new location. And I don't think he's going to have much competition for the quarterback position. Russ should win that pretty easily.